Meanwhile, US President Donald Trump's Middle East envoy has told relatives of the hostages held by Hamas that he's working on a plan with Israel to end the war. Steve Witkoff was greeted with applause and pleas for assistance as he met with the families in Tel Aviv. Tens of thousands of people gathered in the city, demanding the return of the captives and an end to the fighting. The latest videos of the hostages have prompted an outpouring of fear and anger. And for more on this subject, let's speak with Ksenia Svetlova. She's Executive Director of the Regional Organization for Peace, Economics and Security, and also a former member of the Knesset, Israel's parliament. Ksenia, could these shocking images of starving hostages change public opinion and affect Israeli policy, especially with regard to the war in Gaza?
Well, good evening, Gerhard. It seems, first of all, that these images, they are, of course, contributing to outrage and many emotions in Israel. But at the same time, I have to remind you that the majority of Israelis, according to pollings, time and again, support the immediate release of the hostages and the end of the war. Every polling that I came across for the last more than 1 year showed the exactly same data. So people who understand that these hostages are being maltreated, they are being tortured and starved, we know it. We don't need to see these photos. We know it for a fact. And also Benjamin Netanyahu knows it very well. Yes, he expressed outrage, but does it mean that he was not aware that the hostages are being starved and tortured in Hamas captivity? No, he knows that very well. But whether it will change his mind, I highly doubt that, and we see already how the extreme right in Israel uses these gruesome images in order to justify the further expansion of military power in Gaza and perhaps the occupation of the whole strip all over again.
Now, the Israeli National Security Minister Ben-Gvir called for the occupation of the entire Gaza Strip. Hamas has reaffirmed that it will not agree to disarm unless a sovereign Palestinian state is established. What do you think will happen now?
Well, first of all, it's important to remember that disarmament of Hamas, it's not only a demand of Israel, but also of key Arab states such as Saudi Arabia, Egypt, Morocco, and also Qatar, that they joined hands just a few days ago, and they called for the immediate stop of the war and also disarmament of Hamas. It seems that Hamas was not responsive to this call so far. Every side puts now maximalistic terms. We know that Hamas, from the very beginning, insisted on the stop of the war in order to proceed with the remaining hostages, their release and the completion of the deal. We know that. So now they also demand the Palestinian state. We know that, even for those in Israel who support it, like I do, we know that it's a non-starter in this very second, that it could be a political horizon, there could be some prospect to the Palestinian state without Hamas in power in Gaza. But while Netanyahu insists that he will continue to fight till the total victory, this is how they label this war. And Hamas says that they will never disarm before the Palestinian state will be created. It means that there is heavy fighting ahead of us. And unfortunately, I'm saying it because we understand what happens when heavy fighting erupts. More hostages will die, more Palestinians will starve.
Ksenia Svetlova there. Thank you very much for your input.
Thank you.